The Los Angeles Rams are starting their all-in pursuit of Arch Manning, assuming he declares for the draft next year, and this is why. So this year's draft, they came in with the number 26 overall pick. They ended up trading out of the first with a late first-round pick to the Falcons, who wanted to trade up to get James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee, but in that trade where they're acquiring 26, one of the last picks in the first round, they are sending them a future first, a first-round pick for next year. So now the LA Rams, who've neglected to pick in the first round for basically, it seems like 9 of the last 10 years. I know it's not that much, but there were so many years in a row where the Rams just would not have a first round pick. Now they're positioned really well to have 2 first round picks. One is their own, and it's a year-to-year thing with Matthew Stafford, so you're assuming if everything's healthy, then the Rams are going to be a good team. Sean McVay, Stafford, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, but you also have the Falcons pick, and that's a wild card. We don't know what Michael Penix is going to look like in his first full season where he's the starter through and through, and it's obviously risky for a team like the Falcons, who maybe they think they're going to be a good team, but I don't think anyone views them as true Super Bowl contenders, so we don't know what that draft pick can look like. But according to Diana Russini of The Athletic, immediately once the Rams made that trade and set themselves up with 2 first-round picks next year, which is believed to be a deep quarterback class, she said that many people around the NFL just texted her, Arch Manning. Arch Manning is going to be their target. Les Snead, their GM, seems to be infatuated with Arch Manning. There's pictures surfacing today of him talking to Arch when they were at Texas's Pro Day watching Quinn Ewers. Now, Arch Manning, it's not completely clear if he's going to declare for the draft after this year at Texas or if he's going to stay 2 years, but if he knows that a good situation like the Rams could be lined up, then maybe he would be more likely to declare. But even if it's not Arch Manning, I think just the point that the Rams have this plan lined up to use that second first round pick and get a quarterback next year just seems like a great idea, because let's just assume the Falcons are an 8, 9, 10 win team. Their pick is in the middle of the first round, and then you have the Rams pick, say it's around 20. If a quarterback doesn't fall to that range, you could easily package those 2 picks and move significantly higher in the first round if you have a guy that you like. Arch Manning definitely leads the group, but there are a lot of names that are going to be a quarterback class for next year. It's not like this year where Jackson Dart was barely a first rounder and Cam Ward was the only other first rounder. You have Arch Manning, Lenora Sellers, Drew Aller, Cade Klubnik. You have a couple other names that could definitely be risers this college football season as well. And it seems like the Rams, yes, it was immediately good value because they traded one of the last picks of the first round and picked up a future first from the Falcons next year. But if they use this to move on from Matthew Stafford and get the next franchise quarterback, then this trade has potential to age super well for Los Angeles.